From Paris to Brixton. And our next offering, it's a new comedy drama which arrived on Channel 4 and Channel 4 streaming as a box set on Tuesday the 4th of June. It's called Queenie, and here's a clip.
Queenie, I ain't seen you for a long time.
I live with my boyfriend now.
You're not pregnant, are you?
What? No.
If you two had children, they would be lovely.
Oh.
She always makes such a mess.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's this quarter-life crisis thing that everyone's talking about on TikTok.
You're not on my side, Tom.
I can't take the drama.
So this is the absolute extreme of what we've just been talking about, because this is pacey and funny and sad and has sort of everything, in my opinion, kind of wrapped up in one, and makes it enjoyable from the off. You have, it doesn't take long for you to kind of be brought into this and engaged. And many of you will have read the book Queenie, which was by the author Candice Carty-Williams, which was written as her debut novel in 2019, and she became an award-winning bestseller. And it's not hard to see why when you watch this, because this story just feels, it shouldn't feel unusual, because actually it just kind of rakes over a lot of kind of love stories and people who kind of struggle as they're sort of in their early years and what have you. But actually this does something very, very different. So it follows, it's an 8-part series. It's be made into an 8-part series. And it follows this budding journalist, Queenie, played by Dionne Brown. And she's great in it. She's got real energy, real passion, and you really fall in love with her, despite a lot of things that she kind of doesn't do quite right, I suppose. And it follows her and her very close friendship group, navigating her very messy love life. It's quite interesting to watch, and her broken relationship with her mum. So there's kind of lots of entry levels to this, a lot of ways that will engage people and probably have people relating to it. And she's already 25, so it's not that real coming of age story. It's not that sort of late teen. She's 25. To some people are married with children by then, aren't they? She's at an age where she should have sorted herself out, but she kind of hasn't. And you see all of the relationship issues she has, which could be to do with her childhood, and her dealing with kind of traumas that she can't get away from, and she's questioning herself and her ability and her capability to manage money or have a relationship. And every path she's sort of given, she'll choose the wrong one. And it's based in Brixton, and I don't know, it's got that grit to it. I feel quite passionate about this. I've really enjoyed what I've seen of it. It feels really quite gritty and quite authentic, although obviously dramatised. And I suppose I quite like it too, because she is a journalist. She works on the Daily Read, and her personal life starts affecting her work, and it's just a kind of a vicious cycle, isn't it? It does remain fairly faithful to the book. There are a couple of new additions in terms of cast, but I think that just adds to it. I don't think that's a problem. It's not like very often when you'll read a book and then you watch it, and sometimes a bit of a letdown if you enjoyed the book. I don't think you'll feel this way about this. So yeah, I really enjoyed what I've seen of it. And one for you, Ian?
Well, it's the first of 2 female journalists featuring this week's pod. I absolutely loved episode 1. I thought it was fantastic, and it has been described as the Black Bridget Jones, and you can see why, because you hear Queenie's sort of interior monologue talking about her job and her love life and her family. And while Bridget experienced obviously a lot of misogyny and sexism, Queenie is experiencing a lot of racism. And it starts she's having a gynecological examination, and it's of all people, it's Laura Whitmore from Love Island.
Yeah, Laura Whitmore
is playing the nurse, and she's often described, because she sort of speaks her mind, especially in the face of a lot of prejudice. She kind of gets labelled as being angry, angry black woman, that sort of stereotype. But in many cases, it's what she doesn't say when these things are happening around her. Just the look in her eyes says it all. I really enjoyed her family. So she's got an aunt who is priceless. Her Jamaican grandparents are very good value. We meet her best mate. There's so much to like about it, and Dionne in the lead role is just, she's an absolute force of nature, and it just grabbed me straight away. And Brixton, just down the road from me, so love to see that. Yeah, thoroughly recommended.